Hello everyone. Today I am sitting with one of my past VA clients, Mr. Adolphus Badoon, and we're just going to sit here and talk about the process that he went through whenever I assisted him with finding his forever castle, as they call it. So welcome, Mr. Bethune. Thank you so much for allowing me the opportunity to interview you today about your process. So first question is, tell me about how we met.
Well, first of all, remember we met on the phone, and we was my wife was into the castle.
Yes.
So we was looking for the castle, and when I found your information on the website that you gave to me, you were real open about really what we wanted to spend, what we was looking for.
As far as the loan programs, there's conventional, FHA, but since you were a veteran, I thought it was best for you to utilize those benefits. So how was that process?
Well, and I'm just going to speak to a lot of the veterans out there. Veterans out there maybe not look at their VA loan and say, hey, can I use this? But one thing I liked about what you interns did, explain for us what a VA loan was, no money down, was competitive, and then the interest rates. The interest rates were, competitive with anything else out there. And that was one key thing. Me being a veteran, I was like, wait, hey, can I use my VA loan and how much it's gonna cost me?
Right.
So,
that's the main thing, right? How much is gonna cost me? So like you say that with the VA loan, there's no down payment, right? But you still have closing costs.
Yes.
And one thing I do like about the VA benefits is that, with the market that we're in right now, we can try to get seller concessions, right? And so we were able to get you seller concessions to help you kind of offset those closing costs that you had to bring to the closing table, right?
Yes.
So that was one thing that a lot of veterans don't know, that you can utilize seller concessions. And one key thing with using seller concessions, you can use that to pay off certain bills.
Yes.
A lot of loan programs, you are not able to do that, but the VA benefits, you can have the seller contribute and use those contributions that you get from the seller to help pay off maybe like a credit card or things of that nature. So that was a good thing.
And you're so true about that for us. Me being a veteran, coming home for us and had gone a long time. This is my second home. So when we talked, I said, hey, at that point, been away from my wife for 10 years. And she was saying, okay, now, hey, I need something new. So that's why when we talked to you, we was looking for the castle. And the castle was really her end of for our retirement home for us that we gonna stay this, to stay the course. But the whole focus was we was looking for the castle with the opportunity to work with you and even the lender. And what we liked about that was you kind of gave us, when you're thinking about as a veteran, we was worried about, okay, am I gonna have enough, money? Am I gonna have enough, whatever? But what I liked about it was what you in turns kind of told us. You gave us for us the scope of work, for us how much is going for us work for us, and then even the VA for its process. And what I would tell most of the veterans out there, you can really get what you want with your VA loan. But what you in turns kind of showed me too, and a lot of them don't think this way. When you think about your loan, okay, about your spending, because our key focus was, guess what? If your credit score is not good, you cannot get what you want. And at our point, our credit score was good. My wife was about at 815, and I was about 790. So that's when you in turns literally told us, hey, y'all can really get what you want.
You can get exactly what you want, right?
And then the next piece, we had to talk to for the VA, for America, for about, okay, how much can I get the loan for? And what I liked about that, you kind of gave me that person to talk to. And even when we went through and was doing the process of for the house itself, I love what you do. You walked us around. We had several homes we looked at, and as a VA loan, and a lot of people would say, "Hey, how am I going to use that VA loan?" That VA loan, and like I will tell most of the veterans, if you listen to this, that VA loans is something that you earn.
You've earned
So
it, right.
if you don't use it, at this stage in time, to me, you got to ask questions. You got to look at the finances. You have to look at, am I worth of this? And look, I'm just gonna say, all veterans, if they have gone through, even if it's been 3 or 4 years, you've earned it. So the whole point is utilize your veteran benefits. And a lot of people don't think about doing that. So I would tell most of the veterans that maybe listen to this, use your veteran for his benefits. Whether it's like me, I got out, having a few problems, or and my wife said, "Hey, you may want to go to the VA and check on some things." And that's what a couple of my guys told me. They said, "Hey, are you thinking about buying a new home?" I was like, "Yeah." They said, "Hey, you can use your VA loan."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, "Wow." So that kind of responded to me to talk to my wife about the whole thing, and says, and then that's when I met you. And I'm just gonna tell for the listeners, you did an exceptional good job for us. Like it says, we found houses that. Going out there for us talking, and I have to say, Miss Dillard, for you went above and beyond for what you did. I mean, we went into the home and it had a few problems when we get through the inspection. And what I liked about what you did was you kind of got with as I was gonna say, the owner, and said, "Hey, here's the checklist. This is what we found."
Right.
That type of stuff. And and you was like, and I'm just gonna say, you was like a pit bull on it. I mean, and just was having. Helping us do a lot of things for that, most lenders, but also people that are looking for a home. You did that back for us, as I would say, the back work.
Well, good. I'm glad that you all had a great process. And like I said, whenever you're shopping lenders, right, and looking at different loan programs, I always tell clients, make sure that, because a lot of clients, they just look for the interest rate. What's the interest rate, right?
Yes.
But it's how much are you charging for that interest rate? So I'm happy to know that, that education is a huge part.
Yes.
I like to do with my clients to make sure that you understand like all of the benefits and you choose the best program for you. And you chose to utilize your VA benefits and it worked out, right?
Yes. And we got our castle.
You got your castle, right? And did you get a check back at closing? I can't
Yes.
remember.
Oh, we did. 2,000 and some change back from the closing.
Yeah, so that's great. So thank you so much for the opportunity to sit down with you to tell, the listeners and the followers about, your experience with me and how the importance of utilizing your benefits. So if you have more questions regarding how to utilize your VA benefits, or if you're a veteran or know someone that's a veteran who's looking to purchase a home, feel free to give me a call. I'm Latoya Dillard, 803-524-6886. I would love the opportunity to earn your business and help you through the process.